NFL Primetime is presented by Miller Lite and approved by the men of the square table. Good call. And now, here's your host,
Dre, aka BLITZ by Dre, aka your reigning and now defending HFFL champion. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, got that commish HFFL tee. It's a little bit big, but what can you do? I'm a little husky. I thought I need to go with the extra large. So got this shirt made. Shout out to Incredible Printing. They get these shirts printed along with other shirts printed. This one cost about $20, which isn't bad, included the design, stuff like that. So if you guys are interested in getting a custom shirt, let me know. I will reach out to Incredible Printing, who is our sponsor for this video. So shout out to Incredible Printing. And yeah, guys, I would like to thank everybody again for a successful season. I know you guys had been wanting some league notes, but like I've been telling you before, if you guys want league notes, you guys have to also put in the effort and the legwork to give me some clips, guys. That's all I'm asking for, clips. The winning team just give me a damn clip from the internet because, to be honest with you, I ran out of freaking material, and I can only think of material so long, right? And now I'm training for this new job. I'm actually focusing on my career and on my finger. So if you guys can help me out, I would love to put on the Blitz. So without further ado, let's get into your favorite section. Welcome everybody to this week's episode of the Blitz. Now, since it is December and I am in the festive spirit, it's the most wonderful time of the year, aka the
playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
That's right, it's the playoffs, guys. But before we get into breaking down both the round one playoff matchups and the consolidation bracket to determine this year's loser, there are some superlatives that I'd like to discuss first with you guys. I think we're going to start out with the free agent of the year. Now, it can be said that Philip Lindsay deserves a nod, or maybe even Tyler Boyd, but for me, the clear-cut winner has to be James Conner. And I don't even think it's close, guys. He's a number 5 scoring running back, and he was also a plug-and-play since week 1. Again, I don't know how Mutual from Jersey didn't blow his load on Conner, having drafted Le'Veon Bell, but congratulations to you, Mr. Steeler Gurley. You got yourself one hell of a pick in James Conner. Now, the next thing that I want to discuss is going to be the draft pick of the year. And again, guys, this isn't even close. It has to be Patrick Mahomes. He was drafted in the freaking 15th round. The only sad part is his owner is in the playoffs, which is a bit of a controversy. We'll discuss it in the offseason, though. But again, Pat Mahomes has to be the pick of the year. Now, I'm going to need a little bit of help from you guys, which I'm not holding my breath, to be honest. But I also want to discuss the trade of the year. Who won? Who got raped? Guys, please send in your responses. If I don't at least get 75% of the league to respond to this one, I ain't talking about it toward the end of the playoffs where we start breaking down championships and whatnot. Now, I'm also going to be asking you guys, who is the bum of the year? We have the Ice Cream Man, who has the second worst record, the second worst PF, and how do you not handcuff Kareem Hunt? I mean, come on, man. Spencer Ware was one of the more obvious handcuffs. He didn't do it. You probably didn't anticipate Kareem Hunt getting suspended, although there was reports that came out about what had happened a while ago, which is why BLITZ by Dre picked him up a couple weeks back. But hey, it is what it is. The next candidate for Bum of the Year has to be the visionary. He hate me. Worst record, worst PF, claims to be the visionary by drafting DJ over Bell. You know how that goes. So guys, again, 75% of the league has to respond to yours truly about who is the bum of the year. And now the last one has to be the owner of the year. And we have 3 candidates here. 3 candidates, solid guys. We have the little motherfucker with glasses, number 1 seed in the playoffs, 4th in PF, drafted Gurley. He's been a mainstay for his team, so he's a legit chance, or he has a legit chance to win over the year. Now we have Champagne Papi, who is the number 7 seed, missed the playoffs. Again, we'll talk about in the offseason. Don't cry me a river, please. But he is number 1 in PF. Monster team, I got to admit it, but outside the playoffs. So I think every playoff owner in contention is thankful for that. But he's a candidate of owner of the year. And we have Mr. Steve Gurley, perennial playoff contender, as well as that little motherfucker with glasses, who is the number 2 seed, number 2 in PF, drafted a solid team, picked up James Conner, has been balling for the most part. So again, guys, 75% participation, so you guys can decide who is the owner of the year. So now, guys, it's time to break down the playoffs round 1 matchup. And I think the marquee matchup for this week has to be BLITZ by Dre versus Sicko Mode. You have the number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed. And breaking this down, I think there's a clear-cut advantage for BLITZ by Dre in the terms of running backs. Sicko Mode has the better wide receiver in DeAndre Hopkins, though Keenan Allen has been balling. When it comes down to the flex, you would have thought that BLITZ by Dre had this down with Cooper, but an injury to Sanders now makes BLITZ by Dre have to rely on Josh Gordon, maybe Spencer Ware, Gus Edwards, someone else. On paper, you would have to say this game belongs to BLITZ by Dre, who is also the reigning defending champion.
And still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day.
But anything can happen in fantasy football. Sicko Mode has a chance. But on paper, like I said, this one looks like it belongs to BLITZ by Dre. Now, the next matchup we have is the Main Event Mafia versus Trump's Henchmen. Man, it kind of comes down to health for Main Event Mafia for this one. And maybe even Trump's Henchmen. I mean, what do we stand with Marlon Mack? Is he good? Is he back? Fournette, how is he going to do against the tough Titans defense tonight? And again, Trump's Henchman is hurt by not having Melvin Gordon. Granted, he has Austin Eckler, but I happen to think Justin Jackson is a better running back than Austin Eckler, at least in the run game. Now, in terms of wide receivers, these guys are pretty well matched. I got to give the slight edge to Main Event Mafia, who has Julio Jones and Mike Evans, 2 beasts. Tight end, I don't know who Main Event Mafia is going with, since I did the snapshot before waivers. But Cameron Brate should be solid for Trump's Henchman. Again, this one might have been a pick'em had Melvin Gordon played, but since Melvin Gordon is out, I have to give the nod to Main Event Mafia. Now, to not leave the consolation bracket out of the Blitz, I went ahead and got the 2 matchups. Kind of want to run through those real quick. Zeke Squad over He Hate Me. You got to give this one to Zeke Squad. I mean, He Hate Me. I don't know. Zeke Squad has a better team. Sorry. And then you have 50 Shades of Grey versus the Ice Cream Man. I honestly think the Ice Cream Man is going to be the biggest loser of this year. Again, he didn't handcuff Spencer Ware, so I don't really know what the hell he has on his team. I know 50 Shades of Grey has a couple of ballers on there, especially Zach Ertz. So Ice Cream Man, good luck. You're going to need it. I highly recommend that you start picking out your picture that you're going to sport on social media till the next draft day. But anyway, guys, that's all for the Blitz. Thank you for tuning in. Again, best of luck to those 4 teams that are playing this week for the playoffs. And again, guys, I'm going to hit you with this one on the way out. Good luck to everybody. Peace.
The first thing I ever learned in sports is if you're not cheating, you're not trying, and it's only cheating if you get caught. Now I'm done.
Now I'm done.